New York today. He's appealing his 4-game suspension. Ted Wells is there.
He was having lunch with Phil Jackson.
Ted Wells is there after filing the Wells report to answer questions from both sides. Roger Goodell is there because he is the judge, jury, and executioner once again in this case. He did not recuse himself, and I'm starting to feel a little different about this whole thing. First of all, it's 42 days since the suspension was handed down. Why it's taken this long to get to New York in front of Goodell, I don't know, but I'm starting to feel differently, Woody. I'm starting to feel like...
What does that mean?
I know he did something that's breaking the rules, but I'm thinking a 4-game suspension is a little too much. I'm starting to think... I'm going back to what I thought before. The story was overblown, and the suspension was too much. I think he should get a game or two, and let's move on from this.
Story wasn't overblown, in my opinion. I mean, the story was they were cheating. If this had been... Okay, the Atlanta Falcons got fined and maybe some draft choices
for piping in crowd
noise. I would say almost that's not on the level, but that's blown away. Nobody cares anymore. They got that done. The general manager of the Cleveland Browns was
Farmer.
Was calling the sidelines. We got over that in a hurry. They took their action.
Yeah.
This was a stronger crime involving a team that has a history. When I say stronger crime, I mean in terms
manipulating the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was overblown. You're talking about a team that won the Super Bowl. You're talking about a team that advanced the Super Bowl. It was a game. If it had been the 3rd game of the season, don't you think that it would have blown away pretty quickly?
All right, let me tweak it then. I think the suspension was more egregious than it should have been.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, I believe, based on all that we've seen, that it's going to end up being 2 games.
2 or 3, same here.
I think there were some agreements behind the scenes. Come in, show your phone. But I read today that the Players Association is taking a strong stance in regard to this, saying that, the assistant commissioner in charge,
Troy Vincent,
didn't have the right to do this, that should have been the commissioner. They're saying that there wasn't enough proof that he was ever involved, and there was one other issue, but they're really pushing that there is no proof that he did anything wrong, that he was actually involved in it. So if they can get across those points, he may walk away without any kind of suspension, but he will walk away with his reputation tarnished. And that may be the most important or worst aspect of this.
How badly tarnished, Woody? How badly tarnished?
Well, not Pete Rose tarnished.
He let some air out of a football, and or a few footballs.
No, he'll be remembered.
And he was suspended for a couple of games.
How badly is it going to be tarnished? Let's take Terry Bradshaw.
Okay.
Terry Bradshaw in his life was married 15 times. He was not considered the smartest tool in the shed. Would you agree with that? He was a country boy from Louisiana. He and his coach got into real issues coming in when he was a starter. At the end, there were issues between the coach. His ending in Pittsburgh was not great. What do we remember Terry Bradshaw for? What is his reputation?
4 Super Bowl wins.
So, yeah, that we don't really, I brought up some crappy little things, but we remember him. He won 4 Super Bowls, and he's been a fun guy on CBS. That's how his reputation is.
Yeah.
I think that it will go away, but it's been tarnished a little bit because he was the bright-eyed guy married to one of the most beautiful women in the world. He's got beautiful kids. He has won 4 Super Bowls. He's a handsome man.
Lives in a mansion with a moat in L.A.
So, I mean,
wears Uggs.
Would you understand that maybe people are a little jealous and they want to take the sculpture of David and put marks in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and other fan bases are jealous of the Patriots' success, and therefore they say they're cheaters.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm being fine with.
Chisels away a little bit more.
I will be fine if they say, okay, we're going to wipe it out. Would you be fine with that?
No games?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
No, I wouldn't be, because he did break rules. He did manipulate the game.
So what do you want it to be?
1 or 2 games.
I
Unfortunately, if he does get any time off, it means opening night as well, which will not look good for the NFL.
Well,
Not good at all.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, whether he's there playing or
I'd
not
suspend
playing.
him, but I'd suspend him for
You say
games
that's not, but
2 and 3, not game number 1. No, I'm
well,
kidding.
okay.
I'm kidding.
You say that's going to be bad for the NFL. More people are going to tune in to see this guy whose name I can't pronounce.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Whatever his name is. You know, I don't care about names. But Garoppolo, whatever his name is. Wasn't that a comedian?
Jeannie Garofalo is her name.
Is that his brother?
Woman.
Sister?
It's a woman.
Yeah.
She was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, she was on.
I think she's coming to Comedy Works real soon too. Maybe we can get her in.
Yeah. Ask her about her brother, the quarterback.
Jimmy Garoppolo. That NFL update.
Won't that be a great first question? Do you think your brother's going to win some games with the Patriots?
That NFL update sponsored by the Fantasy Sports Combine. This is a really cool deal. It's at the Wynn. It's this summer, July 17th to the 19th, and you will figure out there who to draft for your fantasy football teams. I know you play in more than one. Your fantasy football teams, and the guys who are going to give you advice at the Wynn that weekend, you're going to be rubbing shoulders with guys like Adam Schefter of ESPN, Matthew Berry, the fantasy guru at ESPN, former coaches Mike Shanahan, Mike Ditka, former players like Brandon Stokely. They're all going to be out there. You're going to go through breakout sessions with these guys. You'll eat meals with these guys. You will get an edge for your fantasy football team. So get your tickets today. Not a whole lot of spaces left. Get your tickets today at fantasysportscombine.com.